Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the first handicapping challenge right here live from Santa Anita, also named the Great Flavian Pratt Place. Loved it. The Flavian Pratt. Killed it yesterday. Chappie, what's going on?
Nothing, George. You know, we were talking off air that you are the most excited person in America, and we love it. I think you have like an IV full of coffee at all times.
This is fantastic. I like Cuban coffee. I'm Cuban, so the Cuban coffee is kicking in.
There you go. This is the all radio show today, George.
This is the all radio show. This is great. We got the best radio personalities in all of South Florida and Southern California right here. South Florida.
And South Florida. Screw them.
And South Florida, yeah. Jason's very big in South Florida.
Huge.
Jason's nationwide, man. That show goes everywhere, right? He's the first show you hear in the morning. It's he's on what, 7 in the morning, right?
That's right. Get up early. Get ready.
All right. Inside, he's the host of Inside Racing. Jason, was it at Racing Jason or at Jason Racing?
At Racing Jason. At Racing Jason.
At Racing Jason.
Yep.
So definitely check him out. He's also professional development coach over at Catapult Learning. So really wears many hats, but he didn't wear a hat today. We missed you today, Jason, with the hat. But welcome to the show, and I'm so glad you're on. I
am too. I love doing stuff like this. It's a tremendous cause. So anytime you can step up and be a part of something like this. It's the all-time no-brainer. Sometimes you get an email, you get a text, and you go, do I want to do that? I don't know. And, then there's others where you're like, bing, I'm in. So this was a bing, I'm in, and, happy to be here. And, whatever happens. It's all good in the end. So, yeah, excited.
Tabby.
Yes, my co-host at the Morning Line Sports Show and professional handicapper, and most importantly, the only one of the four of us who has hair, Seminar Skip. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing? Jason, how you doing? We listen to your show. Love it. Georgie, I hope I filled in okay for you last week. I don't have that energy you got. You better send me some of that Cuban coffee.
Hey, there's a lot of exciting news in horse racing all over the country. But this morning I heard some exciting news that Hal is going to join the ranks of us here. Is that correct?
It is. When we go to Vegas, he's going to be shaving his head. It's up to $2,000 already. It's unbelievable.
$2,000. Yeah.
I might have to be his agent.
Yeah. You get a lot of beers for that.
Oh,
that's one night in Vegas. Come on. That's
that's exciting news. Jason, you got some great guests on your show. Freelander, Steve, and my favorite, Roger Neubauer, is now on because I love the Thoroughgraph sheets. I'm always purporting the Thoroughgraph sheets. Easy for me to wax poetic. It's my main handicapping tool. And on your show, you got those three great handicappers, especially Roger. I just love it.
Yeah, I do too. I've learned so much from those guys. I have to say, I did it my own way for forever. And then when they came on, it really turned me around. And I just think it's the greatest tool out there. And I can't even believe I did without it for as long as I did now. It's just funny to see when you learn things, you go, where was that my whole life? But then once you've got it, you feel good about it. So, yeah, all three handicappers bring something different. All are great. And, I'm just thrilled to have them on. And they take their swings. That's the beauty of it, too. And Thoroughgraph is always going for a price. So I think that's what people want to hear. That's a big part of it. And, they hit at a very high rate, especially considering the kind of shots they take. So
tell our viewers where they could listen to it and at what time.
7 to 8 Pacific time. You can listen to it at racingjason.com. We're on KEIB AM 1150 locally. And then, of course, that's iHeartRadio. So you can get that anywhere around the country on iHeartRadio. And then it's podcast right after the show, too. So we started doing that right in the beginning. So that's available probably by 8:30 and then just sitting there the rest of the day for everybody. So a lot of options. And the website is racingjason.com. People can listen to it there as well. So wide open. Start off the day, kickstart it, and then hand it off.
Hey, Jason, a quick question to you and then Skip. Different topics, but Jason, when is the last time, we talked about this before, last time you've been live at a racetrack for a day at the races?
Yeah, late February, Santa Anita. and didn't think anything of it, other than it was just another great day at the track. So, that's the weird part, is you didn't even see it coming. It was just, hey, I'm at the track again, and then I'm not. So over a year.
Skippy, when's the last time, you might be the biggest Kings fan I know, the last time you were live at an LA Kings game?
Way too long. It's been over a year, buddy, and it's driving me crazy. It's funny, I watch the games now and I look at my seats there, and I want to just go so bad, but hopefully, probably not this year, but probably next year. I'm hoping anyways. Should be next year.
Jason, when was the last time we saw a jockey win 6 races in a day?
Well, I know that because I looked it up. But it's my guy, Lafitte Pinkai, one of my all-time favorite guests on the show. I need to have him back on. Maybe this is the reason why. Somebody saw his record. But 1987, I didn't look up the horses. I would assume a few of them were favorites. I don't think 5 were even money or less back in 1987, but he did win 6 in a row. I mean, any record you look up for a jockey, he's likely to have it or be tied for it. It doesn't matter what it is. One day, career, whatever. But that was pretty amazing. I mean, 1987 is a long time ago.
Yeah.
It seems like Pratt has won 4 or more a day in the last 3 weeks every day, doesn't it? Since at the end of his run with Derek and now with Pegram. He's on quite the tear.
He's on a roll. And, Rispoli's suspended, right? And Rosario's out of town. So, it was a little bit easier, but still, what an accomplishment. He almost made it 7. First race, I think he just lost by a head, and he didn't ride the last race. He's just amazing. And, we got a really good jockey colony, but he just seems to be head and shoulders above everybody else right now. That last race, when he won that race on the 8, I mean, it was exhilarating. I mean, I had chills. I was like, he's gonna win. He's gonna do it. It was just very exciting.
And you knew he knew too. You knew he knew. There's no doubt about it. And
no doubt. So
give me more credit.
I'm sorry, but we're gonna win 3 in a row today, right here, Jason. We're gonna win 3 bets in a row, and we're gonna take down. That's right, that guy right there. All right. So each of our handicappers have $300 to play with, mythical money. They're going to be playing $100 to win on one horse during the day here at the great race place. $100 exacta, either straight, ice cold, as Dave Weaver would say, or a box or a part wheel, and a daily double, either $100 straight daily double or a $50 part wheel. So let's kick it off with a win bet. Jason, where are you going with your $100 win bet, which a lot of people, that's a key play for them, and why?
I'm going to go to the undercard feature, the San Simeon, which is a really nice race with the filly the mare taking on the boys, 6 furlongs on the grass. And I just think this is a case of a horse that they figured out what the horse wants to do. It's the 2 Gregorian chant. So that'll be the win bet for me. Phil D'Amato, who's, kind of pressing all the right buttons lately. But this horse, they didn't sprint this horse. They really never sprinted him. And in fact, he went 1.5 miles 2 races back. Didn't want to do that at all. And then they finally dropped him down and sprinted him. And he just exploded. And, you watch that tape and just think, you have to wonder if the horse wasn't thinking, why didn't you let me do this the whole time? All these two-turn races, and put me around 1 turn and man, boom. So I think this is a case of a pretty lightly raced horse that is kind of a new horse. Horses, most are specialists, not all, but I think this is what he really wants to do. There's speed in the race. Jolie Olympica, going to be very, very tough. But I think Sambaye has speed. Sistren has speed. Bob and Jackie has speed. And I think it sets up. Hernandez, he fits the horse. He's ridden the horse a few times. He was aboard last time. Huge late kick. And I'm looking for the huge late kick to come again and nail him. I don't care if he wins by a nose or wins off. But I think I'll get a little price, probably about 4 to 1, somewhere in that neighborhood, at least 7 to 2, I think. And again, I think this is what this horse wants to do. So this is a case of let me do it again and show what I can do back to back. Has time since the race, so that's fine. And ready to roll. So that's the win bet.
All right, win bet on
Gregorian
Chant, Phil D'Amato. He's got a horse called Babe Ruth or something like George Herman Ruth, and who is the Sultan of Swat. And I think D'Amato's become the Sultan of Sod because he is killing it on the grass. I mean, he really is doing a phenomenal job. Gregorian Chant just ran a 2 on the Thoroughgraph sheets. Best number by far of anybody in the race. And you can get those numbers at thoroughgraph.com. Definitely highly recommended. And here's a case where you got the best number, and it's not the favorite. So always a good sign. Chappie, over to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. Skippy and I talked about that race this morning, that was visually extremely impressive, like Jason said. All right, Skipper, where we going? 100 to win, baby, and why?
Okay, we're going to go to race 3 at Santa Anita. I'm also going to take a Phil D'Amato horse. I love the replay on the 6, Colt Hard. This horse kind of got off a little slow, went wide, had a little trouble on the turn, and finished very strongly to win really impressive by a length and a half, 109 flat. Came back to work well. Phil D'Amato's been on fire. It loses Rispoli, but Peralta should be okay. And Pereira. And I like number 6 a lot. So I'm going to bet my 100 to win on there. And the third race, Colt Hard.
And with a couple of scratches in Georgie, we might get a short price, but it doesn't matter. We're getting out to the early lead, money in the bank, and making you guys chase. So that's our 100 to win, and we're sticking with it.
All right, Jason, we're going to wipe a little bit of chalk off of Skippy's face there. He's got some chalk on just a little bit of chalk. Get that right out of there. And over to you, Jason, for your exacta. You have a $100 exacta to work with. How are you going to use that?
All right. Well, we're gonna kind of double down here and stick with the same race. And if Gregorian Chant wins, it's over. Let's put it that way. And if we hit the exacta, obviously. So going to split it and have Gregorian Chant on top because you got to be strong. And going to use him with the 4, Sambaye, who I really think has a big chance in this race. But you get Pratt, so that knocks the price down a little bit. But this is a Peter Miller horse. He just got the horse a little while ago from Pletcher. And I think, again, this is a horse that wants to sprint. So going to use him underneath. I think he's going to sit a great trip and be right there. And then you have to use Jolie Olympica. She's really, really nice mare. Wonderful trainer. I think they tried to rate her last time. That didn't work very well. I think she's going to go today. I hope there's a little company for her so the Gregorian Chant can run her down. But hard to see her out of the – certainly she's not going to be out of the money. And so I'm going to use her underneath. So it's going to be a Gregorian Chant on top of Sambaye and Jolie Olympica, 2 with 4-7 in race 7.
2 with 4-7, doubling down on Gregorian Chant, and then using somebody who is going to try to have to avoid a speed duel with Sistron, who's also really fast. Mm-hmm. And then Jolie Olympica, it was International Women's Day the other day, so you got to use the mare against the boys, and she looked spectacular. Might have needed that race, and it came back with a sterling workout, best of 80 on March 7th, kind of tips the hat that she is ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
We are ready to go because we win this race, and we'll see you in round 2, Jason. Chappie, over to you for the last time we see Chappie here on this contest, this round.
After we have the lead, he's going to be doing the Gregorian Chant going into that race because you guys are going to need to win. So, Skippy, where we go with our exacta and why? Let's build the bankroll.
We're going to do it early. We're going to go to the first race. We're going to do this. I really like the 1, Gerlachs. I liked this horse last time. It was off slow, steadied early, kind of made a good move right across the dirt and had trouble turning for home. The jockey almost looked like he said, I'll just wait till next time. He knew he wasn't going to win. They put blinkers on. They put first-time Lasix. Vladimir Seren wins 50% of the time when he goes from maiden special weight to maiden claiming. The horse came back with the B-plus work. I don't like the post, but I like the horse. So we're going to do $50 exactas. Gerlachs, and underneath we're going to go both Peter Miller horses. The 4, Nerza Still. This horse comes in from New York. It's run terrible there, but now on grass, takes blinkers off, and the hottest jockey on the planet's on it, Flavian Pratt. And then the other one is the 9, June Gloom. I'm the weatherman on the show, and so had to throw this horse in. Peter Miller, JJ Hernandez is riding it. This horse they bet first time out at Santa Anita, and it didn't run a step. It showed some speed, then it almost looked like it bled or something. It just got tired and finished way back. But I think moving this horse to the grass is going to move this horse way up. So I'm going to take the one on top of both Peter Millers, 4 and 9.
See, you were just calling us a chalk eater a minute ago, Georgie, and then he picks an 8-1 morning line on top, breaking from the rail, second time out, no problem, and a couple of Peter Millers. And we call him Skip Rains because he does the weather on the show, so he's got to use June Gloom in there. So Skippy Rains, exacta. We're going all in early. Back to you, loser. I mean, George.
Yeah. Well, he's bringing it 8-1 over 8-1 over 12-1.
That was the Thoroughgraph play on my show. I'm not going to say okay, all right.
I gave that horse on our show too. I didn't. Well, okay.
He ain't going to be 8-1.
No, I know. I just checked. He was 2-1 opening up.
Yeah.
Tyler Hoffman on the Billy the Greek show also picked that horse as well. I said he got into problems the first race. The jockey didn't really have a chance to try.
True.
And so there's a lot of weight on Gerlach's back. I mean, that horse is not carrying 123. I think he's carrying 156. He's got a lot of weight on that one. Gee whiz. Before we get to the Daily Double, Jason, a lot of excitement, of course, out in Oakland where Concert Tour is going to be running. And, we've seen a lot of good 3-year-olds, essential quality. But what did you make of Life's Good performance? I mean, I thought it stamped him as clearly the favorite for all of them to beat in the Derby.
I agree. And I'll add the reason why. I said this morning on the show, and I said it quite a few times over the years, since they changed the way they do the Derby, since they did the point system, which was a massive change. You have to be on or near the lead, period. Nobody's come from farther back than third. So there's no more cheap speed in the race. And he is clearly the fastest horse in the country, fastest 3-year-old in the country. And that's what he's going to go do. So it's just a question of, is he immature? He did drift out quite a bit. I'm not sure I buy the tote board reasoning, which we were given. But that's the X factor for him. He's got to run straight and he's got to get 1.25 miles. And those are obvious issues. And there's some really good horses. So I'm excited. He's great right now, but there's a couple of questions he has to answer. And you got Essential Quality and Greatest Honor, who are absolutely legitimate horses, but they come from either the middle or the back of the pack. And I just don't know. If nobody goes with Life is Good, I don't know that you catch them. We've seen Baffert do it any number of times, and it looks like he's set up to do it again. So it'll be fun to see how it plays out. But he was, you hear a lot of hype and a lot of horses don't live up to it. And sometimes they do. And you go, yep, okay. And he did. He ran them off their feet.
He sure did. Skippy, I know that you handicap races across the country. And even though we usually don't talk about other races here on the show, but in Oakland does have a Southern California flair to it, as Get Her Number for Peter Miller. And, of course, Concert Tour is running there for Bob Baffert. I am sure you handicapped that race. Give us your little breakdown of the Rebel today at Oakland Park.
I do like a horse in there. I gave one out on the radio. There looks like there's a ton of speed in the race.
I know where he's going. I know where he's going here.
You do?
I think.
Yeah, a lot of speed. And, the one that comes from off the pace, and Robertina Diodoro does a great job. I like Keep Me in Mind. This horse was second and third to Essential Quality. Last time it got away from that horse, and one impressive swung out, went right by him. I think Keep Me in Mind is going to get a great trip in there. You got Baffert sent 2. He sent Hosier out there, who was impressive. Concert Tour looks great and worked great the other day. But Get Her Number, Peter Miller, it just looks like there's a lot of speed, and I'll take my chances, hoping they go quick up front with Keep Me in Mind coming from behind with David Cohen and Robertino Teodoro.
I think you're going to get every bit of 4-1 on that horse as well.
Oh, yeah. I think you get more than that. Yeah.
So do I. Yeah.
It's going to be really fun to see, because the top 2 are really fast, but hard to see how they avoid, going fast early, unless Concertor can sit. That's the only thing. If he can sit and let the other horse go, then we'll see. That's what these races are all about. You're trying to teach horses stuff and see what they can and can't do. So it's a cool one. Baffert always ships in somebody good. He's won 7 of the last 11. So
he does.
What's that?
Every time he ships over at Oakland, he wins these races.
Yeah.
Well, and you got to remember the depth of the horses out here, the 3-year-olds, is just far superior to what they have back there. And he's proven that. They always have a couple horses that are, these are and he goes back there and just smokes them every time. And there's a clear difference between what we've got here and what they've got in their 3-year-old division. They've got a couple of good ones now. We'll see again. But this is his backup group, and it's often his backup horses, and they go there and win.
Right.
It's amazing.
George, we'll be keeping you in mind when we have a big lead. So what are you going to do with your
well done. Good.
All right. If he wins that first race, yikes, we might be in trouble, Jason. But anyway, that's good, because if we do any of our handicappers turn their bankroll to over $1,000, then Karma will get an additional $500 courtesy of Santa Anita. So we wish our handicappers the best of luck. Daily double time. Jason, where are you going and why?
Well, let's get the chalkboard out, because that's where I'm going right here. Well, we'll see how this plays out. I'm going to do a double early. That first race is obviously going to be key. We keep talking about the one horse going to be 4 to 5 in there instead of 8 to 1. But anyway, once we get past the first race, race 2, that man Baffert, he has 2 in here, but the outside horse Triple Tap, I think is the next Baffert we're going to be hearing about. This horse is just working lights out, half brother to American Pharoah, and another filly who was really good chasing yesterday. I just think this horse just blows the field away here. It's not much of a field other than the other Baffert is really the only horse he's got to beat. So I'm going with Triple Tap, and then the horse that Skip talked about, Coulthard, in the next race. So you've got your win bet on Coulthard, but I'm going to try to get the double, which I think is going to be a little bit more money. So I kind of like the way this is playing out. I don't like the scratches. I wanted more of a speed duel to set up his late run. The 2 being out really changes the race, but I'm going to stick with it. I just think Coulthard is the best horse in here, and he's going to mow him down late. So my double is Triple Tap in the second, and then Coulthard in the third. They'll both be favorites, but that's okay.
Just to help down our price, I just found out that number 1, Zohan, the Zohan, is scratched as well. So
that horse had almost no chance and was just in there to make the race go. So early part of the card, the first race is really good. The second and third, not much. But that's all. What can you do?
Hey, Skip, you dusted that chalk over to Jason. I saw that you did like that, and it hit Jason right in the face.
Yeah, that was worse than mine. I just had a little chalk. He's got it all over the face.
Wins a win, baby.
Wins a win, baby.
Now he's talking to wins a win. Before it was Skip's eating chalk.
That's smart chalk.
I didn't say that. George did. I didn't say that.
Oh, that's right. That's right. All right, Skip, where's our double and why, buddy?
Well, we're going to go to race 3. We're going to go Coulthard. We like this. Jason and I are on the same horse here. So hopefully Triple Tap wins and he hits his double, because we want to make as much money as we can for Karma. It's such a great cause, and that's why we're playing this. We have fun teasing each other, but I want him to, make money. I want to make money. We just want it to go to that Karma and the good cause. So I'm going to go the third race. I'm going to go $50 daily doubles. Coulthard, number 6, to number 2 in the 4th race, little bit of metal. And number 7, who was my top play, Canby. I like this horse. I almost put my $100 to win on Canby, but I'm just going to try doubles. I'm going to go 6 in the 3rd race to the 2 and 7 in the 4th race, $50 doubles.
All right. So we got a couple decent little prices in the 4th, Georgie, after Coulthard starts off our double in our $100 win. And I guess we're down to the tiebreaker now, huh, George?
That's it. So we're going to race number 5. You ready for the rock, paper, scissors?
Let's do it.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. It's tied. 2, 3. Time. We could be doing this for 6 minutes, folks. This could be the rest of the show. Oh, you win.
All right, Skippy, you get first choice. Race, what did we do? Race 5?
I thought it was 6.
I think
race
race 6.
Race 6.
Oh, race 6. Sorry, race 6.
Yeah.
Okay, race 6. Let's see here. Well, I think I got some more chalk on my face.
I knew it. All right, go ahead. You can have them.
You know, I'm going to go the 5, Oil Can Night. Steve Knapp drops this horse in. It won for 25. They stepped it up for 32. Didn't get beat that bad, 2 1/4 lengths. Drops it down to 12.5. This looks like a money run today to me. I'm hoping. It's got 5 to 10 wins at Santa Anita. This horse likes to win. Steve Knapp's having a good meet. Hopefully Maldonado will have this horse in the right spot, and Oil Can Night will win or beat Jason's horse. So I'm taking the 5, Oil Can Night.
Horse for course. We'll take the chalk there. Go ahead, Jason.
Yes, you will. All right. I actually like the horse in this race who scratched. So I did look at the race quite a bit. I'll take the 10, A White Sports Coat, for underrated trainer Kristen Mulhall, who just got this horse. Ran it going 6, now goes back to 7. I think 7 is good for this horse. I think it's a little far for the favorite, and I'm very suspicious about the drop. You claim a horse for 25 and drop it in for 12.5, not for me. So A White Sports Coat, you get Gonzalez aboard. He's been struggling a little bit. He needs the win. He knows the horse, and I just want a little bit of pace. I want somebody to press the 5 a little bit, and I think this horse from the outside post, it's a good trip and gets there in time. So we'll take the 10, A White Sports Coat.
That sounds great. And there was that scratch, the key scratch of the 9 in that race, Jan's Reserve. Please listen to both the radio shows that our guest here today hosts. You got Jason's show at 7, from 7 to 8. And then right after that on Saturdays from 8 to 9, you got Chappie's show, and they're full of insight, full of information, and full of fun. So definitely tune into them. Any last words, Chappie?
Yeah, well, I had a great time today. And you know what? Who said we all have faces for radio?
Hey.
No one. We should be on TV more. Yeah, I loved it. It was a good time, you guys. Appreciate it.
I agree. Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thank you. I'm looking forward to a fun day, some good horses running today, and we'll, do some good for charity. So it's already been a good day.
Yeah. Good luck, Jason.
Thank you.
Nice
You
to meet
too.
you. And let's make some money for charity.
Let's do it. Karma. And everybody should contribute.
All right.
That's right.
Thank you guys, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Have a great day here at the Great Race Place.
Thanks, guys.